This June marks the 50th anniversary of arguably one of the most significant choices made by Congress that has affected thousands of students across America today. Through this segment of Upward, we will decade by decade take you through a deeper look into the tangled roots of Title IX, what it really is, and how it's overcame the challenges of inequality in school activities. We will even get the inside scoop from some of our own Tiger alumni. Now, before we get too ahead of ourselves, let's take it to the beginning. The most associated name with the creation of Title IX is Bernice Sandler. As a pioneer for gender equality in education once said, Title IX is probably the most important law passed for women and girls in Congress since women obtained the right to vote in 1920. Starting at a young age, Sandler was taught that she could not participate in many activities because of her gender. So she told her mother she would one day change the world, and she did. After being rejected from her university, Sandler joined the Women's Equality Action League, or WEAL. While researching civil rights movements, Sandler had realized that many universities that were federally contracted are illegally not hiring women, which went against the order placed by President Lyndon B. Johnson, stating that federal companies could not discriminate based off of race, color, religion, and national origin. Johnson amended this law in 1968 to include gender discrimination. From 1969 to 1971, Sandler worked with the WEAL to file discrimination charges against 250 different schools. The next year, all this hard work paid off and resulted in the creation of Title IX.
Just being a college athlete at a school like Gonzaga was a fantastic experience, but I know what I experienced as a female athlete, I'm positive was a little different than what the men's basketball team experienced, right? People like me were impacted by Title IX because of the people that came before me, just like you're being impacted of the people that, we each are kind of helping and supporting one another through this process. So it's constantly something that's on our mind, just around all of the inclusion in general. We talk a lot and talk to our membership about even promoting women as coaches.
Since then, Sandler had been awarded with numerous awards, including being inducted into the National Women's Hall of Fame. Sandler continued her hard work throughout her life, and although she sadly passed away in 2019, her legacy still lives on. The 50-year celebration of Title IX starts today, National Girls and Women's in Sports Day. For more information on Title IX, visit the website on your screen. This is Rashann Olsen reporting for Uproar. As we continue our deeper look into Title IX, we have Marcia Lance, a 5-time track state champion, here to talk about her successful high school career and how she's paved the way for female athletes starting in the 70s. With 2 state titles in long jump and 2 in high jump, along with a title in the 440 relay, Marcia was dubbed as the Queen of Ephrata High Track, as she still holds the EHS record in both high jump and in long jump. In her junior year of 73, Marcia, along with her teammates, won the first ever state championship team title in school history, later followed by the boys track team in 2012.
It was kind of really just the beginning. I would like to think that our teammates younger than us and the years after that saw that, this really is possible, that we can compete with the best and be right in the competition. In high school, I didn't notice a difference. They treated us with equal respect, I felt. We had uniforms, we had sweats, lots of times the girls and the boys went on the same bus to the same track meets. Now when I went to college, that was a different story. I asked for a track shoe, a jumping shoe, because I was a high jumper. Can I have a cleated jumping shoe? They gave me one. It's just the way they treated the women was so pitiful. Women have a right to excel in their own sport. A line has to be drawn in the sand. Yeah. It's taken us too long to get where we are to start giving it away. We don't want to give it back. I don't know, there's so much more available now. Even in training, facilities, equipment, technology, the athletes have the opportunity to be so much better, to be so much more than we were when we were doing it.
Following her high school career, Marcia worked for a Yakima dentist for 20 years and then as a nonprofit optometrist as she eventually worked her way up to the clinic director. For medical reasons, Marcia retired early but is still living a dream life with her husband Jerry as they are now traveling the country. This is Rashann Olsen reporting for Uproar. Kicking off our 4th episode of Uproar, we have a 12 varsity letter athlete, Heidi Moritz Seville, here to talk about her highly successful high school career here at AHS. Seville won the state triple jump title in 1991, and in 1990 she teamed up with 3 other amazing athletes and won the Class A 400-meter relay crown. Those same 4 athletes went on to break a school record in that same event that still stands today. Heidi was a first conference athlete in volleyball, basketball, and in track, and was awarded with the North Central Washington Female Prep Athlete of the Year by the Wenatchee North Rotary. Having outstanding grades and the talent, Seville attended college where she played 4 years at the University of Puget Sound in Tacoma, also known as UPS.
I was really committed to helping my teammates get better as well, and I think we all had that mentality. So you would do whatever it took to make your other teammate be successful as well on the court. And so it was like a family.
While attending UPS, she won individual awards both as an athlete and a scholar, including helping her team win the 1993 NAIA National Championships.
If you just keep working hard, you will get better. And as long as it's still fun for you to participate in those things, because it has to be fun. I feel pretty strongly about keeping a balance in your life. And part of that balance is having fun with what you do. So finding something that gives you joy, and also finding a profession that you like to do, that you love to get up and go do. Just stick with it. Support your teammates, and follow through with those things you've learned in sports through life, because it'll carry you a long way.
Stay tuned for the next episode as we take a little twist on the court. This is Rashann Olsen reporting for Uproar. Ephrata Wrestling has notoriously been one program for both the boys and the girls until a recent announcement. After the head coach Patrick Mitchell stepped down to pursue the head football coaching position, there's been a spot left open as a head wrestling coach. With women's wrestling being a growing sport at the high school, administration took notice and decided that starting next school year, the boys and the girls programs will be split. On a mission to support a growing program, administration will be hiring not 1, but 2 new head coaches, one for the boys and one for the girls team.
Okay, for the new girls wrestling program, I'm excited to have a split budget and expenses from the boys. That way maybe we can get matching warm-ups, new warm-ups that are still similar to the boys, but our own in a way, and maybe the new program will bring in more girls to come and wrestle so that we can have somewhat more of a weight lineup of more girls, and yeah.
This is Rashann Olsen reporting for Uproar. As we quickly approach the end of the 2022 school year, many students are nearing the end of their sports seasons. And with that, I'd like to switch it up a little bit this episode. Over these past few months, we have highlighted and showcased several individuals and their roles within the history of Title IX. They are all experiencing a new chapter in their lives, just as you will too. But there is always one thing to remember. Those NCAA champions, state title winners, and college athletes all started where you are right now. Always remember, no matter what road you take, whether it's pavement, dirt, narrow or wide, your road always leads back to being a Tiger. To be great, you must dare to be different, and to be different, you must stand out. BJ, Marcia, and Heidi all have made their mark on us and the WIAA today. Are you ready to be next? Go. With graduation nearing, this will be my final report for Uproar. This is Rashann Olsen, signing off.